I'm getting married soon and I'm facing a heartbreaking situation. I was raised primarily by my mom. She worked hard, gave up a lot, and did the best she could. My father was in my life, but he was not consistent. However, my paternal grandmother was also very involved. She helped raise me and kept a connection between me and my dad's side of the family, even when he wasn't around. Over the last few years, my father has tried to show up more, and I've slowly rebuilt a relationship with him. I would like both of my parents to feel included on my wedding day. I decided I wanted my dad to walk me down the aisle. When I told my mom, she was hurt. She said it felt like a betrayal after all she sacrificed. Then she gave me an ultimatum. If he walks you down the aisle, I won't be at your wedding. I feel torn. I understand her pain. Truly, I do. But I also don't want to erase the other parts of my story, even the complicated ones. I don't want to look back and feel like I made this choice out of guilt instead of love. Amanda, what do I do? That's so cute. Did they really say that?
It was Marie.
It was Ask Amanda.
They never put my name in there. He said it was Ask Amanda.
Oh my God.
I think moms is tripping. Yeah, I understand her pain. I don't really understand that there's like a pain though. I would hope that she would be like happy for the rebuilt relationship with her and the father, because it didn't say that he was like completely absent. Like just, I don't know what the reason for being in and out and not consistent was, but you know, she was still close with his side of the family
because of grandma.
Because of the grandmother.
Because of her daddy.
I know. But it's not even the mother's job to walk the bride down the aisle. So I don't know why she feels like something was taken from her.
Because she's played the masculine role in raising the child by herself.
For the most part, but she could still have a role in the wedding.
Oh, I
but
agree.
that part can still be his.
I think that
I don't think that the ultimatum should have been given.
I think if there's someone who should have had a role, it should have been the dad. Meaning, oh, you know how somebody's not in your bridal party, but you still want them to be involved, you make them an usher, something like that. But I can understand the mom's like hurt feelings. She's like, he wasn't around, I was around, I did, I moved mountains to raise you. But then he waltzes in a couple years ago, and now you want to give him the place of the person that did all the hard work. So I can understand her being mad. Maybe not giving an ultimatum. Not even mad, I'm sorry. I can understand her giving an ultimatum. I don't understand her giving an ultimatum, but I understand her being hurt. And I understand how when people are hurt, they do stuff like that,
Okay. I understand what you're saying, because also you are right. She was the one that primarily raised her. She should be the one to give her away. I do get that. And the father should be the person to have the other role. Whatever other role he is able to play in the wedding, he could do that. But if you're that hurt by it, like, I raised you, I should be the one doing this, you would want to be there. I think giving the ultimatum is just...
She's not there. She wants to walk her child down the aisle, right? I just want to make sure.
No, but the ultimatum was that if the father does it, she's not showing up.
At all. She won't be there.
But it's just like, if you're that hurt because you know the role that you played in your daughter's life, you want to be there. So don't give the ultimatum for there to be an option for you not to be there at all.
Did they in the story, because I didn't follow that part, did they in the story say when the mom and dad broke up?
No. That was
so she could have been carrying this bitterness for how long till she got married? Is that what you're saying? Like, she could still be bitter and the child's now married? They could have
bitter about the dad?
Yeah.
About him not
But
being
that's
there,
not the point of the story. The breakup, their breakup.
The story.
No, well, their breakup isn't.
Y'all do this with these women and like, oh my God, yo.
Hold on. That's not.
Oh my God.
The mother and the father's relationship isn't the point of the story. The daughter and the father's relationship is the point of the story.
Why is the daughter and the father's relationship that way? Were things put in
Because
that
he
man's
was
ear?
absent.
Wh-
He wasn't
Why was he
consistent.
absent? Did he have an opportunity to be
So
consistent?
you're saying that the mother has to be
Saying
the
there's more
reason
information left out by the woman writing into the Ask
that
Amanda.
you would like to add in there, I'm sure.
Of
Yeah, but we
course.
have to take into
Of
consideration
course.
the fact that there is something high. There is a very, very prominent fact that was stated here is that she wants her father to do it, which means that there is a relationship or a desire between her and her father that surpasses the desire of the mother to walk her down, although the father was not there for whatever reason that is.
Does it say?
So
Well-
just make a decision.
No, so yeah, I think, in my opinion, from what I've actually seen, as long as the father isn't like a terrible person, I mean, he might not be a responsible one. There might be things that might have happened. I'm not making an excuse for him, but when it comes to a father and a daughter, it's so hard to get in between that, even if there's distance. As a mother, as a outside party, doesn't matter who you are. When that daughter, especially if she never feels wronged by him, other than the fact that he might have not been there at times.
Other than the fact that he wasn't there.
I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
like, when
a
I mean-
big fact.
Well, no, like there's
It's like,
there-
oh, he was a
there's
good guy,
way
except he was a pedophile.
there's way worse, and she also probably understands because she's lived with her mother, so she understands how her mother is, and she could probably say, hey, listen, I'm not even gonna add it, but what I'm gonna say is that the
He's
simple.
at it. He's at it.
All right, so
I think add it.
so if a daughter, and this is my opinion, if a daughter still craves that desire from her father, even though he was not there consistently, she lives with her mother. She understands who her mother is as a person and as a woman, and she understands the difficulty that her mom could have played, or that role that she could have played with her father, which could have led to the distance, could have led to the separation, and she now sees her mother's flaws. Now, if the father may have been distant at times, but he was still there to some degree, and he's never
That's not
like
what it said.
I just like y'all. I just
But
want
it
y'all to
also
keep
said
the
that the
story
grandma
Like-
was keeping it
That's-
together.
yes,
Yeah.
That's
Like,
part of the
let's
family.
stick with the
But
facts.
even if so even if the
the
grandma was keeping it
situation.
together, the fact that it is together, right? Like even if we're not taking accountability from him not being there. That is actually a very minuscule thing to what is being prompted.
Wait, him not being there is minuscule?
To this, yes.
Basically, he's
Because
saying
she's
that
overriding
not
it
saying that
herself.
that's as important.
Yeah,
but I do see that like she's caught in between.
She's really not caught in between because she's really leaning to one side. She wants.
She want a decision. Hold your nuts and make an ultimatum. Either your mama gonna be there or your daddy gonna be there. Period. And
Which is
you
fucked
deal
up.
with it. No, it's not.
It is. Why are you
It's
putting your
not fucked
child
up.
in that position?
At her marriage.
No, this is I agree with that. This is supposed to be like the happiest day of her life.
Who on here is married?
Who
Who on here is married?
I'm
That's
married.
all I- that's
I'm
all I gotta
married-
say.
I'm married.
Yeah,
to
but
the
you
man
have a
above.
different kind of attitude, so we can't really trust your
do you mean
judgment
different kind of attitude?
100%.
I'm married to this story, so
In the end of the day, like my parents are not married. There's been drama my entire life, but my dad has always been there, and my mom is who she is. You know what I'm saying? But I have a relationship with my dad. If my daddy was sorry and wasn't around, you don't get the privilege of walking me down the aisle.
But
That
was-
is a
was he sorry,
hold on. He wasn't there. I'm sorry. If you don't raise your kids and you're not there, you sorry. You sorry. You a sorry motherfucker. That's what you are. You understand? So if you are not there and you got a relationship 2 or 3 years ago, cool. He should be a part of it. He should be there. But I think if you were so set in wanting him to walk you down the aisle, cool. Let that be your choice. Sit in it, be comfortable with it, and be okay with your mama not being there. That it is what it is. Like, we're making a whole bunch of excuses. You're an adult. You're getting married. You want your daddy to walk you down the aisle? Let him do it. But it's to the expense of your mother not being there.
which should
She's entitled to her feelings.
still
She's
wrong.
entitled to being hurt after she done moved mountains and did X, Y, and Z for you. Period.
Could the father say the same thing?
What mountains did he move when he wasn't there?
You don't know why he wasn't there.
I
the
think
mother might not
everybody's
have
entitled to
been
how
We
they
don't
feel,
need
but
to
still,
know.
she needs
You
to
never
make a
need to.
decision.
We don't need to
Don't
know.
based on what she
No.
wants.
You're right.
You don't need to know because end of the day, I'm sorry, maybe y'all daddies are different, but it ain't no woman, my mama included, who was gonna keep my daddy away
Yeah,
from me.
whatever
That's
the
true,
reason
too.
is just an excuse. It could have been the mother and the breakup. It could have been anything. But he chose not to be around his kid. That's on him. It doesn't matter why.
So you
Can
got
somebody keep you from your kids?
no.
Thank you.
But I'm,
No, that's the
I'm
end.
dangerous.
Not all men are
Not-
like that.
Not a lot of men are dangerous. I'm dangerous. So there's a big difference between me
No,
and
it's
them.
not.
Yes,
At
the
end of
hell it
day,
is.
If you were somebody, if you want to be with your kids, you will make it happen. I'm sorry.
Here's
I don't-
the eye-opening fact is this. She still wants her father there, which means whatever her mother has done wasn't enough. Which
Nah,
means
that's not what it
whoever-
means.
What do you mean? Whoever her mother is to her wasn't enough, because if you're looking at it from a perspective, which I can understand. Now, if you didn't raise your child for whatever reason, I don't co-sign with you. I do think that you're a lame ass individual.
He could have been an usher.
But what I'm saying is that child or adult has a relationship with that father that has not been fully explained here, but it is very telling that the relationship is strong enough for her to consider her own mother not potentially being at her wedding, who was there.
And I think that's the thing. I don't disagree with you. I think if that feeling is so strong, you feel so strongly about your daddy being there.
Stick to it.
Let him be there.
And,
Yeah.
right, no, and it's going to be to the exclusion of your mama. Then make your choice and stand in it. We don't want to hear about, oh, well, maybe the mom did this, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a fuck? You make a decision because that is what adults do. I can guarantee you at my wedding, if I said, if my mama didn't agree with my choice, baby, it's your choice to be there or not. Because you know what's going to happen? The wedding's still going to go on. That's what's going to happen. So, old girl, you need to make a decision and stick by it. And if that changes the relationship with your mama, then so be it, because that is a choice you made.
And the choice she made too.